Hey, welcome to another episode of Room 36. Today we have on the show Ira Lebedeva. Your name comes from the word swan.
Yes,
Yes?
the last name, Lebedeva. Lebed is a swan.
Do you identify with the swan?
Yeah, I swim in a lake,
You
wonderful
swim?
lake.
Which lake do you swim in?
It's called Life, amazing lake. Yes.
Okay. So, Ira, who are you?
I am the person who loves life, who is in love with my life, yeah.
What specifically do you love about your life?
Nature, adventures, opportunities, people. People around me is the best part of it, yeah.
What type of people do you like?
I like open-minded people, positive, and who see white side of things other than black.
Okay. What type of people do you dislike?
Like pretty much the
The
opposite.
opposite of that.
Yeah, the opposite of that.
Close-minded, negative.
Yeah, people who are focused, concentrated on negative things, who don't believe in themselves, and who are suspicious all the time.
Okay. Don't you find yourself being negative sometimes?
Maybe not.
No.
No.
You're
Well,
always...
maybe on the road when I drive and something is happening, but it's a little bit of negativity. But in the most cases, I'm positive all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
And you, Daniel?
Am I positive all the time?
Yes.
Sometimes I can be hard on myself, I think. But yeah, I'm not so hard on people. Very accepting of other people.
That's good.
Yeah. So you're a manager. This is one thing I want to talk about with you.
Yeah.
And it's related to this topic. Is it important for you to be positive as a manager?
Absolutely.
For what reason?
Because genius people who are on my team sometimes don't believe in themselves. And when they have supportive and positive manager, it helps me empower them and achieve something, make significant accomplishments.
Okay. Are you like a friend to them? Or do you keep some distance in your relationship to establish some boundary?
I'm more a friend, yeah.
Okay.
It's a little distance still.
Okay. Is there any downside or like con to being too positive and friendly as a manager?
I'm lucky to have a wonderful team who will not take advantage of that a person is too nice with them. So I've never been in a situation when I had to be negative, maybe a few tiny times, but not negative, just strict, just to bring a person back to reality. But yeah, other than that, no cons. I've been lucky so far.
Okay. Is it easy for you to be strict sometimes?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It comes naturally to you.
It does, and from my previous work, I was famous for being strict, and they called me. Yeah, I had a nickname.
What was your nickname?
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Yeah, I worked in a
The
call
witch?
center. Exactly, but not W, but B.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. But isn't Sabrina still your
Yeah, it's still my nickname.
nickname? Yeah.
Yes, but people call me Ira.
Okay. Where are you from?
I'm from the south of Ukraine. I'm from Nikolaev.
Nikolaev.
Yes.
I've never been. Tell me about that area. Is it nice?
It's nice. It has about like 500,000 of citizens. It's pretty cozy. People know each other, and it has 2 rivers, Ingul and Yuzhny Bug. It's not that big. It doesn't have lots of activities, but it's growing right now. And there are lots of IT companies and communities and restaurants and places of interest. It actually has the most popular zoo in, maybe not in Europe, maybe some part of Europe, but it's really beautiful. We have lots of animals there.
Okay, I've heard about the zoo there, actually. I'm suspicious. I'm not a big zoo person myself.
Yeah, well, I understand why.
Yeah. Or do you support zoos? Do you think zoos maybe can exist in an eco-conscious world?
That's very interesting topic. I partially support. I have no idea how we can like get rid of zoos. It would be great if we could like put animals to the nature.
What's the advantage of having zoos?
It's getting closer to nature. It's like watching National Geographic Channel live. To see those animals and people who don't get a chance to travel or who are afraid to get in touch with the wild nature that close, they have this possibility to see animals, and they're taken good care of.
Ideally, hopefully.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
So you think the value they bring is like connecting humans with nature that we wouldn't really be able to access otherwise?
It's like learning opportunity for people.
Okay. Maybe education for kids as well.
Yes.
Oh, I loved zoos when I was a kid. My parents told me that that's where they got me.
Oh, wow. I believe it's true.
They told me this. They said, like, they showed me all the monkey section in the zoo and said, like, yeah, this is where we got you from.
Wow,
we just cut off your tail and took you home.
And how many years did you believe in that?
Like 1 year.
1 year.
No,
oh my God. Did you tell anyone that you were from zoo?
I think I was suspicious from a young age. I don't know if I'm your type of person. I'm very suspicious of things. You mentioned suspicious.
You're suspicious when people are telling you something, or when something good happens to you, you're suspicious. Then after that, something bad is gonna happen. In what type you are suspicious?
I'm suspicious in things like being real, I would say. It's not easy for me to believe in something.
So if a girl says that she loves you, you're like, oh, something's getting wrong here.
Great question. When was the last time that happened? First of all, girl told me she loved me. No. It's more so with like facts and ideas.
It's good.
Maybe emotions also. Yeah, if somebody told me they love me, I would accept it. I don't think I'm suspicious. Like, no, I don't believe that. But I don't like accept very easily.
So you need to check facts. Like, okay, prove that to me.
Yeah, I'm a fact checker.
Oh yeah,
proof
cool.
You love me.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm the son of a scientist, biologist. So I think he gave me that. My dad.
That's a good skill. Yeah.
Back to Nikolaev. How often do you go home?
Once every few months, I go home, to visit my parents and brother.
What's the culture like there? Is it the same as Kyiv, or is there some different
It's different. It's a little bit slow there, like in everything, how people talk, how people move. They are still amazing and open.
They move slowly in Nikolaev?
Yeah, I noticed that one time. I mean, because they're not in a hurry. Everything is so close. The destinations, you have gym, you have work, you have like massage place or anything like restaurant. It's very close.
They have a massage place in Nikolaev?
Of course. It's not like...
Do you go there? Do you go to massages?
Yeah, I do. I love. I have my favorite like beauty masters there.
Okay. Guy or girl?
Girl.
Okay. Cool. In Nikolaev, can you swim in the river?
You can, because it's physically possible. You have access to the river, but it's not that clean.
Okay. Yeah, it would be nice to swim. Speaking of swimming in a river and that type of thing, I want to give you a scenario. In the scenario, you're stuck on an island alone, all alone, for 7 days. It's not that bad. There's like fresh water there that you can drink and swim in, I guess. So you don't have to worry about water, but you don't have any food. However, it's just 7 days, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
I mean, you won't die.
Okay.
You can bring 3 things with you. What are you going to bring?
And
why?
Do you have a list of things?
What do you mean? A list of 3 things.
I mean, do I have a list to select from, or just random things?
Random. Anything you want.
Can I bring any people with me?
Does a person count as a thing? Let me think.
Oh my God, no.
No, you have to be alone.
Alone, and no human beings, nothing alive, even dog, cat, nothing like that.
No dog.
Okay.
Cat. Maybe there's some life there, some birds, turtles, I don't know.
Okay, I will definitely take something to, like, I don't know, sleeping bag.
A sleeping bag?
Yeah, to protect myself from
From what?
From anything that can
Spiders?
fly and bite me. What else? Can I take boat with me? Because
boat?
I want to swim. Maybe I would want to escape or to visit another island.
Oh my god! I mean, maybe a very small boat. I can't imagine taking. How are you gonna take a boat with you? Like a canoe?
No, it's.
Okay, you can take a boat.
Okay, thank you.
But you can't escape. You're gonna be there.
I will be there, but at least I will have a boat, so it will be mentally better to realize that at least I have something to use for escape. Okay, so sleeping bag, boat, and
I wonder if you know how to use the boat.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Do you have experience?
I do, and
Really?
fishing and stuff, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. The third thing, to entertain myself. Maybe a book or I don't know.
Maybe a bottle of rum.
Oh, and no, and I don't have any food, but it's okay. Yeah, I will bring a book, boat, and sleeping bag.
Okay, interesting. What book are you gonna bring?
That's a good question. Have no idea. Have no idea.
Do you read much in general?
I do read. It depends on what exactly much is for you. Maybe 2 books a month.
For me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the last book you read?
It was. It's in Russian, жесткий management. It's about management. It's about being rough, but the book is not about being rough. And the other book is Think Like You Are in Mathematics.
Okay, I like these books that you're reading. Maybe you can give me some takeaways from your last book, жесткий management, yeah?
It actually has nothing to do with the title of the book. At the beginning, the author says that we are too warm, too nice with our people, but people should remember that they are getting paid for the job they're doing. And the rest of the book speaks how to build like inclusive environment and how to empower people. So basically, that's what I already do. And the second book, Think as Mathematics, yeah?
Yeah.
They brought a great idea that sometimes we don't come up with decisions. The answer doesn't come to our mind because we're too concentrated on it, and we should lose focus, and our subconscious will give us the answer. So, and there was a study, not a study, it's like experience from great scientists. When they were falling asleep, they took hammer with them, something heavy, and when it fell, so it made a sound, and they woke up, and the minute, it just take a few moments while they were waking up, they got an answer. Okay, that's the idea.
Wait, the hammer would fall?
Yeah.
What, off their body? Or?
No, they just take it with them, go to the chair, and try to sleep.
They would sit down.
And then, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Maybe it wasn't a hammer, but something heavy.
Yeah, I think the subconscious is full of answers.
Yes, we're just not looking in the right place because we are too concentrated on on finding the answer.
Maybe people don't trust our subconscious. By people, I mean me.
They don't know how to speak with it.
Yeah? How can you speak with your subconscious?
Again, it's when you're losing focus. It's when you're showering. Have you ever noticed that when you're in shower, you are getting lots of ideas? Maybe you were...
Sure.
Yeah.
When I walk sometimes, and I don't listen to music. Because usually I'm always listening to music, or I'm looking at my phone or working. When I walk and don't listen to anything, sometimes I get some strange ideas.
Oh, you need to write them down, yeah.
Yeah, but I need my phone, and then I pull out my phone, and I'm looking at my phone. No, Instagram.
Oh my God.
Yeah. How about for you? Is the phone a distractor?
I put limits on the amount of time I can use social media. It's 20 minutes. Yeah, and it's not a distraction for
20
me
minutes
anymore per day.
per hour.
20 minutes per day.
Oof.
I just check it twice a day, and I snooze notifications during the most part of the day, so it works. Yeah, and I have lots of time. It's like having plus 2 hours in the day. Yeah.
Judging by the books that you read, it seems like you're a motivated person, or you're interested at least in self-improvement.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You're very motivated.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you always been that way?
Maybe I became like that when I moved to Kiev. And I surrounded myself with people who are that way as well.
Did you start moving faster?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I did. Yeah.
Okay. Do you find it easy to motivate other people?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good with it. Well, yes. I have quite a few examples.
What are some tricks?
Tricks?
Tricks to motivating people. Yeah.
You really need to be involved. Because sometimes you're speaking with a person and you realize that they're not listening. They're just thinking about something, about their food, about pictures, about whatever is in their head. And when a person feels that you are involved, that you are interested, that you are really listening, and that you are mirroring back what they said, and you acknowledge something, it's the first thing that helps them to get motivated. And also, people, I've never told anyone that something is not possible, really. Never. Yeah. And my brother was the last person who told me about that you are the person who empowers me. You always support me and believe that everything is possible. I'm, that way.
Yeah, I would say so as well. You did a similar thing for me, actually. So we see each other 30 minutes per week. I'm your writing coach. And yeah, I usually leave that with a positive experience.
Oh, nice to hear.
So what are some signs that a person is not listening? And do you talk to such people?
I have to.
And do you tell them that they're not listening?
No, I'm just not talking to them anymore. We just finished conversation and I realized that, okay, that's not the person I want to talk in the future. Yeah, what are the signs? They're just the body, they're bored and they're looking somewhere else and they're like, okay, it seems like they are waiting for their turn to speak. Okay, you gotta talk, I will wait and then I speak. Yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. But I have a short-term memory thing, and I think, I better bring this up now, otherwise I'll forget it.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it would be useful in such cases to carry
But you apologize then? Sorry for interjecting?
Hopefully, yeah. But there have been moments where I've watched the podcast and seen oh, damn, you're being rude there.
Also, do you watch everything that you record?
Not all of them, no. But yeah, generally at least once for most of them.
Cool. Tell me about the first time when you watched the recording.
I did it with Chris, cool guy. He's a friend. He's a coworker, British guy. I was nervous, first few minutes especially, and I don't know. We just got in the flow. Chris is comfortable talking. I think he talked the majority of it. I was just sitting there trying to listen, but also thinking, okay, what am I gonna ask him next? How are we gonna keep going? Everything's going, and I was very conscious, okay, this is working. Don't fuck it up. Yeah. Yeah.
But what did you feel when you watched the recording?
Great question.
You felt proud of yourself?
Yeah, a little bit surprised because I didn't hate myself.
That's a surprising thing, not to hate yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I've mentioned before, I think one of the huge reasons why I want to do this, first of all, it's to showcase a person that I think is really interesting, that I like. And it's also to try and get used to myself and understand who's that Daniel guy? And can I accept him? I don't know. So I through these videos I started to accept a little bit more like who I am.
Wow.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Of course.
How's it going for you, by the way? Were you nervous? Are you nervous?
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, a little bit, because we have Stas with us. Not just two of us.
And Stas has a camera.
Stas has a camera, and also quite a few people gonna watch it. Yeah, a little bit, but you told me a nice thing at the beginning of our conversation, that to just relax, and that's good experience, and I try to know myself better.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. I like this idea that you can be an interesting person in the world. You can be a good person, bring value, especially, and not try.
Yeah.
When you have to like try and put on a face and be, even when you go to work and you think like, okay, now I'm in work mode. It's okay. That's appropriate in a lot of situations. But I like the idea when thinking about work, where I just think, okay, I'm going to my life, and I don't have to think too hard. I don't have to like change my style. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Stas, he did 7 days with no food one time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
my brother did the same,
really?
And my father as well, and they were so happy. It's like when you don't consume, when you stop consuming food, first few days, disaster, and you everything you think about is food. At least it was like that for them. But then you're just free. And you notice buildings that you haven't noticed before. You hear sounds more precisely. You hear birds. You're kind to people. So everything changes. It's like apparently food is not that important, but you need to stop at one point and start eating again, because you're losing weight and you are not energized. But that's a good experience. I don't want to try because I'm food addicted. If I don't eat for at least 5 hours, I will be like crazy. Yeah, I will be very angry. But yeah, I like to know that it helps people.
Okay. Maybe you could try like 24 hours.
Oh my God, maybe on that island.
Yeah, on that island. By you, I mean me. Maybe I should try this first instead of recommending.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to try it for sure.
You should try stop drinking coffee, by the way. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you mentioned you haven't been doing coffee for 2 months?
For 2 months, yeah.
So, why? Coffee is great.
Coffee is amazing. I love it so much. But I don't know. I just decided to try. Like, what's the deal about the coffee? And I had 2 or 3 cups every day. So I had problems with my sleep. I decided to try, and it was so easy, and it's still easy. So I substituted with tea, and that's it. And with some smoothies.
Tea with sugar?
Our candle just got dark,
Yeah.
She's lying. No, I don't.
It's some black magic. Oh, speaking of magic. Are you superstitious?
Yes.
Okay. Are you spiritual?
I think yes.
Are you mystical?
More yes than no.
Okay. I don't know what the difference is between all of these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you try to define it.
Oh,
can you expand on that?
You.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're mystical, spiritual, superstitious?
Well, I believe in universe, in the science, and sometimes I just feel that this decision is right and this decision is wrong. I have this feeling, and it's not experience, because I got this feeling even when I've never been in the situations that happen. But when it happens, I know exactly what to do. So I mean these kind of things.
That's very interesting. It reminds me of a person we know. She'll hopefully come here soon. It's a mutual friend of ours. She says that she just asks for an answer.
Wow.
And she gets it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like a more recent thing, I think. Can't remember. I'll tell you who afterwards. And she started to do this thing where like somebody will ask them a question, and then she'll pause and ask, I don't know, the universe, and she gets the answer.
Yeah. Amazing. And the answer is always right.
I don't know. I didn't ask about that. But she says the answer. Yeah, I guess.
I will ask
and
her.
answer.
I know who you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I'm curious to hear afterwards if that's her.
What about you? Are you superstitious?
Oof, I was afraid you were going to ask that question.
Oh, God.
Yes, whatever word you put on it. And I would say, so let me address, first of all, the person who's not superstitious, mystical, spiritual, whatever, and says, like, how can you believe in those things that are not real? I would say I just don't believe, back to this point of belief, I don't believe so much that things are real. And so it opens up everything. It means, like, I'm sure there's much more going on than we can see and understand. Yeah. And, of course, that answer of energy, I believe in energy, that would be my answer as well. I think there's a huge thing to that, and it's like, maybe right now it's a pseudoscience, not so mainstream. But I think that will grow. For example, if you talk to some people, you can lose energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is that a thing? Is there some equation? What's going on there? Like, it's definitely a real phenomenon.
Yeah.
Why does that happen?
I have no idea why. I just try not to be around those people.
But poor them. Maybe they need some people to be around them, you know?
Yeah. But if they make me feel bad.
Okay. Is it not selfish, though, to say, stay away from me?
It's selfish. I don't say stay away from me. I just limit, our communication.
Okay, you're careful with them.
I'm very careful. Yeah.
Yeah, those energy vampires.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever think that possibly you can be an energy vampire as well to somebody else?
Well, that's a good question. I never got this feedback before, and no one ever stopped talking to me. I mean, that's a good question. Yeah.
I think it happens to all of us sometimes. I think sometimes I can be a small energy vampire.
Small?
Yeah, like yesterday, Stas and I were making a song. And in the beginning, the process was like it was going by so slowly, and I felt impatient. Mm-hmm. What was it? And we just met with some friends, and I was just like, I wanted to get deep into the song. We were sitting with friends and talking about stuff unrelated to my life. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, okay, I'm becoming a small energy vampire.
But nobody told you about that.
Nobody told me, but I felt it, and I felt like they felt it too. Mm-hmm. Where I'm just like, okay, I want to do something else.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I don't know if that's cool.
It's good that you recognize that, and what did you do? You just
I would like to show up for them, be there and be like, yeah, energy, take. Sometimes I can't. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways, they're friends, so they know me. But it's interesting to think about that in general. I think it's a life hack, being around people who give you energy.
Yeah.
Oof, deep topics here. Let's keep it light. What's your day look like usually?
Oh, interesting. Well, the majority part of the day I work. I work at least 8 hours per day. And usually it consists of lots of calls, meetings, some focus work, some analyzing, writing something. Every day is at least 10-minute physical exercises.
Ooh.
At the beginning of the day, yeah, it gives me energy. And twice a week it's gym. Once per week it's singing class.
Oh, you're doing singing?
Yes.
How's it going?
Amazing. Yeah. You know this thing when you hate your voice?
Yes.
So, and I started recording videos, like lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 20, and I noticed huge difference, and I'm in love with this progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
When are you going to sing for us? When can we expect your debut?
I really dream to record a song.
The place right here.
That's the place. Not today, but yeah, this is a good experience, and everybody will listen to it. I will make people listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time do you wake up? What time do you go to bed?
It's different. Well, usually I wake up at 7, at 6:37.
Oh, yeah, so early.
Yeah, and go to bed by 11, 12.
Okay, still. Well, for me, it's early. I'm a night owl. A little bit.
And when do you go to bed?
Secret.
Secret 3 a.m.
Maybe. Some nights. Oh, you went to a party yesterday? Yeah?
Yeah, it was Latex Fauna. It was interesting because we bought tickets more than a year ago and they postponed the concert quite a few times due to the situation in the world.
What's the music? Like what genre?
Pop, I would say.
I don't know
Pop rock.
What country are they from?
They're Ukrainians.
Ah,
Yeah, they're very funny guys. Latex Fauna. Yeah, you will like them.
Fauna. Interesting.
They're funny. Yeah, the music is good. The sound was great, and it was like UBK by Dnipro. Amazing. Lots of people. Everyone was so happy. But then it got interrupted with the rain, and we ran away.
You ran away? Where'd you run to?
At home.
Okay. Shout out to Latex Fauna. What else do you listen to? From Ukrainian music specifically.
Oh, wow. I love Hard Kiss. The Hard Kiss is my favorite.
I've actually never heard their music.
Wow, they are amazing, amazing. And actually, on Monday, tomorrow, yeah? Monday, yeah, I'm going to another city, to Cherkasy, to attend their concert. Yeah.
Have you been to Cherkasy?
Yeah, my boyfriend is from Cherkasy.
Yeah, do you like it?
It's nice. It reminds me of Nikolaev. It's a little bit bigger, I would say, and more green. But yeah, it's a nice place.
Okay. I lived in the Cherkasy Oblast for 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks.
Lived.
Oh, almost a month.
Okay.
Yeah, in a village.
Wow, why did you do that to yourself?
I don't know. Interesting
Cool.
experience. Yeah. Have you experienced like a lot of the village life? Have you lived in a village?
No, never.
You're a city girl.
Very city girl, yeah.
Okay. And your family?
From the city as well.
Yes, in the
Yeah,
city
I
as well.
have relatives in the countryside, but I visited them only when it was like wedding stuff, some celebrations, just one day per 10 years, And yeah, it was enough. I'm not a big fan of that life.
Okay. How do you see your life in 5 years from now?
Good question. I see a clear picture of it. I believe in Spain.
In Spain?
Yes, that's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah, we're doing
interested
some
in Spanish. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have a wonderful house, business, one or two. Yeah.
What type of business?
I have a great startup idea that I want to bring to reality soon, hopefully. I will not tell you because it's kind of
So curious.
maybe after the podcast, but it's gonna help society a lot. So
Okay.
it's all about helping people. I'm not sure how to make money of it, but at least it will be helpful.
Sure. It's maybe even better.
Yeah.
Okay. Does it have to do with recycling? Because
No.
you had a you had a smoothie in
Yeah.
some plastic cup and you took it off before the podcast and said, I don't want to trigger somebody with
Yeah.
plastic. Would you describe yourself as eco-conscious, eco-friendly?
Eco-friendly, I'm wise consumer. I sort garbage. At least this is something that I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about your social circle? Do they also do the same, or are you the only one?
Some of them do. Yeah, I try to educate people, my family, that you need to sort at least plastic from other stuff, But yeah, we are moving slowly to consuming wisely.
You think Ukraine in general is moving in this direction?
Yeah.
So you want to move to Spain, but it means you're going to leave Ukraine if you do that?
Maybe. And no, I mean, good question. I love Ukraine and I want to have opportunity to come back.
Well, you have a
as
passport,
frequently.
I guess. So
Yeah, I do.
be able to.
Yeah, nobody will stop me from doing that. I still have family here. The majority of time I will spend in Ukraine, that's for sure. Kyiv is my city, 100%. But I do want to have that escape opportunity to some warmer place and to the community that is different. That is just different. Experience some different life.
Kyiv is my city 100%, said Ira.
Yes.
Can you expand on that? What is your favorite thing, or like, why do you love Kyiv?
The feeling. Kyiv was never my city, and when I got proposal from Grammarly, a little bit more than 4 years ago, I wasn't hesitant because it's a dream company, to be honest. But I didn't like Kyiv. It was too crowded, too big, too noisy. And I moved just to work at the company. But then a few weeks later, I completely fell in love. Because when you breathe, you just realize how many possibilities you have. And it has nothing to do with the place. I mean, there is no particular place in Kyiv that brings that feeling to me. It's the overall city. You just feel how huge it is, and you start to, you're getting inspired. That's just the feeling it brings.
Okay. Do you meet a lot of foreigners in Kyiv? Is it a city full of foreigners?
Yeah, it is. It is. And I attend English speaking club, and it's also.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah. It's called Let's Talk About, and the main idea of it, not to have small talk, but to have big talk. You know, when you're starting small talk, oh, what did you do yesterday? How is the weather? Blah, blah, blah. But something big, it's also can be discussed, and people are usually afraid to start big conversations with a person you've never met before. And the idea was to start a big conversation if you could become anyone, and you definitely knew that you would be successful, who would you be and why, something like that. Something that makes you think, or what are the 3 things that you are proud for or you are thankful for?
Okay, it reminds me of one of my best friends always says, I can't remember his words, but small people talk about people.
Yes.
Big people talk about ideas.
Ideas, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, cool. I think we're talking about ideas today. Hopefully we're big people or whatever, we're successful people.
Yeah.
Okay. What about a few years ago? What's the big difference between Kyiv, say, 2015 and 2021, besides all the masks?
I wasn't here in 2015, so I moved in 2017.
17, okay. Me too, by the way.
Yeah.
When in 2017? When did you move here?
When?
Yeah.
In June.
Okay.
So recently I had
February,
my 4-year anniversary.
So what's the difference between then and now? I know the metros, it cost back then 4 hryvnia, now it's 8. What else has changed?
Oh my God, I don't remember about that. Yeah, now I started to think about prices. You just gave that frame of conversation. Yeah, the rent is higher. Or maybe I started to select better places to live and better districts. What is different? Well, it's... I don't know.
Can I ask about when you moved here? How was that? Did you live alone? Did you live in a shared place or what?
Yeah, I lived with my partner, and
was the rent way cheaper? Or?
It was cheaper. It was 40% cheaper, but the place was still good, and the district was great as well. I think, well, there are definitely more places, like restaurants and bars, and I've started noticing more
vegan restaurants.
Oh yeah. This as well. Yeah, this as well. More places when you can go with pets. Okay. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay attention to that before, but right now Kyiv is more friendly with that, and I feel that it's less crowded right now.
Interesting.
Yes.
Where'd all the people go?
I don't know. Maybe they bought cars and started driving because on the streets it's less crowded, but on the roads it's more.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you got a car recently? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, how's it? How's it driving around Kiev?
It's great. It's actually easier than in my home city, which is small and it's well, yeah. It's okay, and drivers are really calm here. They are polite. I enjoy driving here.
Okay, getting back to your 5-year plan.
Yeah,
you're in Spain. You have 1 or 2 businesses. You're living the dream life. But who's Ira 5 years from now?
Ira is a creator.
She's a creator?
Yes.
Is she the same as the Ira of today, or has she changed?
Yeah, she became 5 years wiser. She changed.
And younger.
And younger,
5 years younger, 5 years wiser.
Well, I believe I will be the same. I mean, I will have the same values for sure. Different people around, like the same people, but more different people around, new people in my life, new challenges, new plans, but I want to stay the same.
New hobbies?
Yes, new hobbies connected to water. Maybe surfing, I don't know.
Connected to water?
Yeah.
Why water?
Yachting. I love water. It brings me energy.
It's your element, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, water's my element. I'm Scorpio.
I'm Scorpio as well.
Oh, yeah. I think we talked about this.
Yeah. So water is our element.
It is. And Mars is our planet, I believe.
Yes.
Would you ever go to Mars? Would you ever go to Mars?
Oh my God! Now I have a new dream. I've never thought about it. That's exciting.
Is it though? Because I don't think it's so interesting.
I think it's interesting. If it's not dangerous, I would go.
Compared to Spain.
Yeah.
Have you been to Spain?
Yeah, I have.
Where? Where in Spain?
In Barcelona.
Okay, what did you like about it? I'm suspicious.
Suspicious?
Yeah.
You think
I'm
that
jealous.
I'm lying?
Kiev is my city.
I was in Spain in autumn. The weather was amazing, and I was swimming and enjoying the time there. The food is great. It was so funny. It's like you go to the street, you have no plan, and the flow takes you, to places. And at every corner is beautiful. Everything is beautiful there.
Cool. I've only been to Madrid, but I had a broken leg.
You broke it there, or
no? I broke it in Africa.
You brought it with you to Madrid.
I brought my broken leg to Madrid. It's such a difficult situation. I tried to go live in Africa for a while. I broke my leg. Like leading up to that, for a few days, I had this feeling like something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I get this sometimes. Really, I don't know what it is. At night, I was thinking, what is it? Then I broke my leg, and it felt like, that's what it is.
Maybe your brain was like looking for evidence. Okay, here's what's wrong. Daniel, stop thinking about that.
Probably, I know. There's also like hindsight bias. When you look back and you say, I knew it. That's a thing as well. But, I like to think that I had some feeling, some sixth sense. Like knowing that something was going to happen. So I broke my leg. I had to fly back to California, and I had a connection in Madrid. Stayed there for like 3 or 4 days. Spent all of my money to like go to a hotel and just live in the hotel because I couldn't do anything else. That was nice. That's my experience of Spain.
Why did you go to Africa in the first place?
It's a secret.
Okay.
No, it's not. I don't have any secrets. I wanted to... it goes way back. I don't know. It goes back to this whole topic, actually.
Of science?
Yeah.
I remember the sign. You saw the picture on the building?
Yeah, I was living in Olympijska district in Kiev, and I had this feeling, like this restless feeling, like, I'm gonna go somewhere. I don't know what's going on. I want to go to Africa.
Wow.
I have to go experience something in Africa. I don't know. And then they start painting, like right across from my balcony, they start painting this African boy mural. This African boy just smiling and laughing. And I realized, yeah, for sure I'm going there. Why? It goes back even further. My dream in life, like if I had the perfect life, I would work in sports for kids, like making sports opportunities for kids in developing countries. And that's like sports of all kinds, not just football. But, you know, I think the perfect world for a kid growing up, especially like, I don't know, these angry little boys who go and fight each other and then grow up, I don't know, and they have no outlet but like guns, and they have drugs.
And you want to root their energy into something different.
For example, that like aggressiveness, I think it can be very useful. They can use it in sports instead of like fighting in a war, for example.
That sounds like a mission. Have you started doing anything?
No. It's still my mission. That's like that's officially my goal in life. If I just went up, 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 that's what I would go to.
Cool.
Like imagine growing up as a kid, boy or girl, it doesn't matter, and you have access to swimming pools, to tennis, to baseball, to football, to any sport you want. To be a ballerina, rock climbing, all of these things. Horseback riding.
Wow.
It's like active life, you know? And I think if you're very active from childhood, it like, not to mention if you do team sports, you get this like team mentality, and you work on team building and build your community type of thing.
Are you an active person?
An active person?
Yes.
Like a exercise person?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Could be better, for sure. But yeah, I keep track of my numbers.
Cool.
Yeah. What about you? Oh, you told me.
Yeah, I'm active, yeah.
Okay. Do you swim?
Yes, from time to time, but my favorite kind of sport is cycling. And that's the only thing that helps me turn off my brain. When I cycle, I think of nothing but how I cycle.
How often do you cycle?
At least once per week, sometimes twice per week.
Like in the gym?
In a gym, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that group classes, and my favorite is in Smartass, if you are familiar with this gym.
Smartass gym?
Yes. And they have that wall with wheels, and when people are in the room and start cycling, that wall just lights up with different colors, and wheels are spinning. That's exciting, yeah.
Yeah, I like this concept, and like developing exercise, sports stuff in more exciting directions. Like, imagine if your gym was on a platform up in the sky. I don't know.
Wow.
Over the city. And like you're riding this bike and you look down and, I don't know. Or imagine you do trampoline sports like up in the sky. I think that a lot of stuff is going to happen in the sky in the future. I don't know.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hanging out on a big net, for example, with your friends up in the sky.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. It's an entrepreneurial idea. Somebody make it, please. I want to lie down on a net for our next podcast episode. So, Ira, thanks so much for coming today. I think we're getting to that time.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a real pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
Yeah. Have a lovely day. And you do too. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.